Hello everyone. Today we are talking about the secret formula for success in life, without which you are doomed to failure. I advise you to put everything aside for the next 8 to 10 minutes and fully focus on this video, because what you will hear here can completely change your life. Today we will talk about 4 types of people and their formulas for life. 3 of them lead to defeat, and only 1 leads to success. I assure you that you will see all your acquaintances, relatives, and loved ones in one of these formulas, and in the future, you will be able to determine and understand them, and you will know how to help not only yourself, but also your friend or loved one. So be sure to subscribe to the channel so as not to miss the next videos. We are working today with a board on which the most important resource of every person is depicted: time. We have 3 types of time: past, present, and future. Depending on how you live, think, and act in one of these 3 times, it will depend on which formula you are living your life by: the one that leads you to the bottom, or the one that inevitably leads you to success. You cannot live in peace with formulas 5 to 6. You live by one of the 4. Therefore, I want you to make sure after this video that you are living by the right formula. Let's start with the first formula. You live in the past. You do nothing or lie by the current, and you do not think about the future. These are the people who love to remember their past achievements, past victories. Every time you meet them, the only thing they talk about is what they did in the past. I used to play for this team. I used to have this. I achieved that. These are their favorite stories, all the stories they love to tell. The second type of people are those who have experienced something in the past, some defeat, failure, or grief, and it has left them forever in the past. They do nothing in the present, or they just go with the flow. They keep going back to the past, like how they were betrayed, how they failed in business, how they lost everything. They keep going back to the past, and they don't even think about the future. The first formula leads you to the bottom. If you find yourself in it right now, make a decision to get out of it. That's the truth. We continue with the second formula. Most people in this world, they are these people who do not think about the past. They live and act and think about the present, and they do not think about the future. What is the problem with this formula, friends? And in number 2, this is the most real comfort zone. These are rat races. You end up in an office, you end up at a factory, cats are crazy, and you end up as a loader. And it doesn't really bother you, and you don't really like the job. You go there, discuss your bosses and managers, and they are just making money for themselves, not giving us anything. But you live in the present, you rest in the present, you have fun in the present, and everything is much more important to you in the present. Without sacrificing something real for the future, everything is in the present. That's why I have such a colleague when I was at McDonald's. He worked 2 jobs at the same time. He was everywhere, like a squirrel in a wheel. Everything is just rushing for him. Of course, one job is rushing to another job. But he didn't think about anything, not about the past, not about the future. He just lived in the present and went with the flow. He has a job. He understands that he needs to think about what is happening now, what the future holds, what awaits him in the future, how he can change it, how he can go where he wants. This is problem number 1. They are stuck in rat races. Problem number 2 is that they cannot apply this great statue, this great saying that where you are now is not as important as where you are going. They are so focused on what is happening now that they cannot focus on the future. For them, failure now means everything. They don't work. They can achieve now if they work in a job they like now. For them, this means that this is all that awaits them if they are rejected now. They think that if they continue to sell lies, they will be able to achieve the goal of this job that they want. They are focused on now. The whole world is trying to focus on now. I see that it didn't work for you. Look at the poverty now. Look at yourself in the mirror. Where are you going? Where will the building be? Look at yourself. Look at your genetics. Look at your talents. Look at your appearance. It tries to point you to now, but you don't live thinking about the future. You can't. You can't visualize when you can focus on 5,000 hectares now. And it kills all your courage to move forward. This is the second formula, and this formula leads you to the bottom. Continuing with formula number 3, these are people who do not think about the past. These are people who either go with the flow or do nothing in the present. These are people who plan to do and dream and think about the future. What is the problem here, friends? This is me, format 2021, 2022 years. I only thought about it. I only dreamed about it, you to everyone. I was telling them that I will become a god. I will be able to connect with them both in me. Someday, I will inspire someone, and someday I will be able to do something, perform, move forward, release my dreams, become a fitness model. Everyone told me about it, but in reality, I did nothing, just went with the flow. I pretended to be a coach, but I wasn't really one. I pretended to do something, but I wasn't really doing anything. I just waited for things to happen. All my dreams were on the heads of these people who either loved me or would try to discourage me. They said that I would start tomorrow, that I would create a YouTube channel, that I would learn Chinese, lose weight, and keep my promises. The problem with these people is that they are not in the present moment. You need to find yourself in this formula, in the third formula. Get ready, man, for the fourth formula, the formula that you are destined for success. The formula that makes you fearless, the formula that helps you overcome any obstacles, any events, and any people who try to discourage you. You don't think about the past, you act in the present, and you focus on the future. This is the formula for success. You don't think about past failures. You don't let them define you now or in the future. You understand that your past failures are just a way to learn, to draw conclusions, and to succeed in the future. You use the lessons from the past to succeed in the future. The past is not a time that you remember with pride, when you won, succeeded, or earned money. As soon as the day is over, you think about the future, about future victories. Now let's talk about the present. You don't just do nothing. You don't just go with the flow. You live in the present to the fullest. You use every second. You don't put off until tomorrow what can be done today. You do everything that can be done today. And then you do one extra thing. Only then will you realize that you have done more than yesterday, more than those around you. You deserve to move forward, and you do it to the fullest. As for the future, your thoughts, dreams, and ideas are not just amplified in the present, like a squirrel in a wheel. You don't know where you're going tomorrow. Maximally focused in his head and his thoughts, you need to stand on the future. Saw for the leading, you scream your dreams. You're a wizard already, your future victory, your future companies, your future income, your future business, your future success is your future victory in sports. In spots you imagine all of this, and that's why defeat today. Failure in business today, any people who point to you, look at it now. You look like you don't even have money to buy yourself food, even buy yourself a tattoo. You don't. Look at the present. What's in your head, you live in the future. No one sees how. Why did you rest everything? That's why you smile. Why are you charged? Why aren't you opportunity to be speeches? You see it only you because you already see where you already live in the future. You already know I'm already there. But the way you do it coming there is what you're returning from the future. I think you act maximally, effectively, with fire in your eyes, with enthusiasm despite defeat, looking at obstacles. This is the formula for success. Friends, the formula for success that I really hope that each of you will take away from these three formulas that lead you to defeat at the bottom and start acting. Not thinking about the past, call it maximum now, here, and visualize and imagine the future. Go to the future through present work. Thank you very much for watching.